What's happening? This is the Tap In podcast. We are live via Zoom. Man, I got one of the funniest dudes probably in Hollywood ever.
You've been pressuring me.
Yeah, I am. Mr. Dion Lack in the building. What's up, man?
Salutations, brother. Salutations. Prayer hands.
That's yo, man. I want to get started with this.
I feel like this is an ambush right here. let me get my finger ready for the hang up button. Cause you didn't warm up and say, tell the people. You said, let's talk about this.
No, because
this transsexual that let's get right to it, man.
No, because I want you to retell this story that I heard that you told online. About, I think it was your senior prom or senior homecoming that you and like three of your boys.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you tell this story?
Yeah, so this was the hands down first time ever getting high in my life. I had the worst day. My friends like, dude, ain't nothing to do now, but just to get high with us, man. Let's do it. So I was like, you know what, man? It's my senior year. Last time kicking with the homies. Let's do it. We driving down. To paint the picture of the car, my window don't roll down. It's a two-door, I don't know, Buick, something. I don't know what kind of car it was. Three of the toughest, scariest, villainous niggas of the school. And I'm the punchline guy. They just tagged me along because I'm the funny guy. I have no caliber on their on their bullyingness. I wear glasses. These niggas had tattoos as a freshman. So I don't know where this weed came from, but they was passing out blunts. We're not passing the blunt. We're passing out blunts. He said, you get your own blunt. So I don't have time in between puffs to actually let it simmer. So only one of them knew that I never got a high before. So I seen my guy, how he was hitting it. So I was kind of like looking over my shoulder like, are you hitting like that? So I'm like, and then I was like, okay, so you keep going. So everyone just kind of kept hitting it. I was like, that's how we do it. So my blunt's gone. I took down the blunt in like 10 minutes. And so he's passing out, like, get a nigga another one. So as I'm reaching for it, my hand said, and I was like, yo. So this is what it's like to be high. I was like, yo. I was like, this is what it's about. And like, this nigga never got high before? He never got high before? No, he said, yo, you about to have the time of your life. I'm like, I'm loving it. So mind you, we're driving. We're doing 75. It's starting to get hot. He has a sunroof. And I'm still kind of like, let me entertain my niggas, man. We having fun. Let's entertain these niggas. And we stopped, got some Fruitopias because I was like, this is the Cottonmouth talking about? Let's get some. I got you know Fruitopias. Remember Fruitopias? That mug was 97% sugar. So they should definitely gave me water. But so I'm taking it back. And I'm taking another one, and then I'm like, yo, slow down. It's like, nigga, we are at a light. Like, and so it's like, what are you talking about? So we're driving, we're doing 70, we're almost there to we're going to Kings Island, which is like a Six Flags in Dayton, in Ohio. So it's like we're going to grad night. We're driving, and I was like, yo, slow down. It's like, dude, stop focusing on how fast we're going. Look far over there so your eyes are not so disturbed. So I'm like, oh my God. Now I was like, how do you blow a high, man? Somebody tell me I've heard you say he blew my high. How do you blow it? How do you get out of your system? Like, dude, just relax. Close your eyes. So I'm hearing them laughing, but their voices are echoing everywhere. So now I'm closing my eyes. So I'm like, is a nigga in front of me? So I'm like, shut up. I had just bought some shoes that morning. So I had just bought some shoes and I refuse for my fresh Air Force Ones to be damaged. So the logical thing to do is to throw up on the driver. That's how my mind was working.
That was the logical thing to do.
I was like, these niggas, I ain't gonna go to Kings Island with some tie-dye Air Force Ones. So as I threw up in his lap, pause, he whipped the car and we on two wheels, right? He's oh shit. And we land. What the fuck is this nigga doing? What is he doing? So we pulled over, like, let this nigga out. It's like, why did you throw up out the window? It's like the window don't roll down. Because I would literally just splash back in my face. So we parked the car. He's like, man, throw up out here. And everybody was like, dude, fuck, damn it, dude. And then as we're at the exit where the Kings Island location is at. So my guys in the back seat was like, we can just get dropped off. We can just get dropped off and y'all can handle this because we already late. This nigga said, no, if I'm not going, none of y'all niggas is going.
Is this what the driver said?
The driver said it. He's like, why do y'all get, this is my car. Why? I'm not your Uber. I'm not dropping y'all off. So I'm over here dry heaving on the side of the road, trying to get it all out. And I'm hearing the conversations like, and they argue like, let's just go. We can walk. He's like, nah, nigga, nobody's going. I am not your chauffeur. I am not you. We're going home. He's like, nigga, no, we're not. So this is how he tricked him. He told him to get back in the car. I dropped him off, but he just went to the loop and went back around.
Oh, damn.
So as they arguing, stop the car, nigga, stop the car. We are not going back home. I threw up again. And then it was like, get this nigga in the back seat. Like, why is he in the front seat in the first place? So I'm in the back seat. They're playing some sort of No Limit song, and the bass was just shattering my chest. I was like, hey, turn the music off. I think it's about to happen again. It was like, get this nigga out the car. So he stopped the car again. And then I heard my boy say, yo, he is fucking your car up, bro. He's like, and then as I'm throwing up again, he said, I'm telling him, because I knew I've seen them brutalize people. I've seen these three niggas beat niggas to a bloody pulp. So now I'm trying to side with him like, I love y'all niggas, man. I'm sorry, man. Hey, man, you TP, you Jeff, you Sale, man. I see what y'all do. I'm sorry. Please don't beat me up. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up. And I was trying to get like that, like I know what's about to happen, man. Just know this is my first time, man. And then I was like, Marcel, man, when we get back home, man, I'm gonna get some napkins, man, and clean up your car. I was like, napkins tomorrow? Nigga, you doing this tonight? It was like, you're doing this tonight. We're not gonna wait till the vomit to sit a couple more hours. I was like, I need some sleep. So yeah, man, they drove all the way back home. We drove all the way back home. He dropped us off. Nobody said nothing to me the whole time. I was terrified because I figured they was gonna but the two niggas, my two homies in the back seat, they ended up going back like mad late. But yeah, man, that was my first, but not my last bad weed experience.
Yo, when I heard that story online, man, I'm talking about I was crying. Laughing because I can see everything. Yeah. And I can see you being genuinely like, man, my bad. The niggas do not want to hear my bad right now.
I forgot when I was in the back seat, I was hot, the basement, so I put my foot in between the two seats and I put the car in neutral. Like, get your fucking foot. What are you doing? So I've definitely talked to both of them niggas. They laugh at it all the time, but I'm like, dude, I am. That's like ruining a wedding because we was all fresh. We were the life of the party. We were like, hey yo, when y'all getting here? When y'all coming? We was that. And because of me, I ruined all their grad nights.
Man, that seemed like a scene out of what was that white movie with the Zach Galifianakis and Hangover. That's what that sounds like, man. Yeah. A scene from there.
Yeah, man.
Man, so for my audience, man, if y'all don't recognize him by now.
Oh no, don't do me like this.
Yeah. You don't like that? You don't like that?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, if you don't recognize him by now, he was the finalist for Dorito commercial by 2010.
Yep. Wow, you got a good memory.
Yeah, man. Because after that, probably like a year later is when I met you and you helped me with my commercial.
Yeah, Pepsi one.
Yeah, for Pepsi. Yeah, that's dope, man.
I was 100 pounds lighter.
Was you?
Yeah, I went back and seen that video. I was like, oh, brother. Oh, I had thigh gap in my arms. My arms are like this. I was like, you weren't supposed to see the hole right there. You got a thigh gap in your armpits?
Man, Dion, where do you get your sense of humor from, man? Where do you get your sense of humor from?
It's always a what if. It's always a what if this happens? It's like I'm always like I hear a scenario and I'm always like trying to put a cherry on top of it. So it's really difficult to tell my truth because I'm always thinking like my comedy is always this would be a funny scenario, and that's why I think I'm a better writer than stand-up, because I always think about a scenario. You ever see a trailer and you'd be like, ooh, I'm already sucked in on the first 30 seconds because the concept got your attention. It's like one of the things of like, somebody's having a heart surgery and then they lose the keys. And it was like, we got to transport this heart across the street. And it was like, where's the keys at to the heart? It's like, whoo, that's a good ass story. And that's the whole movie is based around that. So my comedy is always like, what if this happens? This random stuff happens, and I'm always kind of building on top of that. So I've kind of observed that's how I find my humor.
Is your parents funny?
My mom is. Yeah, I would say both of them are funny.
Yeah.
My dad is very sarcastic.
Okay.
Very sarcastic. My mom is always, well, she passed, but she was always like over the top. Like always call on Jesus for Jesus! Dion, you spilled the whole box of cereal? That wasn't necessary. You didn't have to call on Messiah for some Captain Crunch. So it was just always that.
Okay. And do you got any brothers and sisters?
I have a brother. Yeah, I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters. One brother passed, and the rest of them was on my dad's side.
Okay. None of them are funny? Or they don't?
They try. And I wasn't raised with them. They all like 10 years older than me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I can't say I've gotten it from them. But you know, when you're a short fat kid, you've always been the punchline. So you always kind of be the butt of the joke, and you just kind of like, yeah. If you don't call me Grimace, I'll wear purple jumpsuits from now on.
You would just lean into it.
Lean into it. So that's it. Really doesn't. So when people make fun of me, I'm like, God, that was funny. But I kind of like tag on to their punchlines. The only thing that makes me uncomfortable when it comes to comedy is if I'm starting a premise and it bombs, I'm like, damn it, I'm a tagger. Like, first, like if you making fun of me, and I tag onto that, I'm like, I've done my job. But I'm like, yo, it'd be crazy what if like Mark Zuckerberg was like a parrot, and I can see your face now, I'm like, fuck. Now that makes me uncomfortable. That makes me uncomfortable. But I can't like keep going because I start seeing like the countenance found in your face, like that makes sense. You can make fun of me all you want.
Okay. Man, I know you taught me something. I don't even know if you taught me something, but you said something to me one time when I was doing this. We were doing a competition or something. And you was like, Donte, you funny as fuck, but your confidence, you lose your confidence. You remember that?
It was at the that bar in Hollywood.
Yeah. And I was like, what you mean? And you was like, when you do a joke, if it ain't going right, you look away. Yeah.
You'll start tapering down.
Yeah.
I just like you had this big energy, but your punchline is like, I'm gonna say it still. I laugh. I had no confidence in it.
Yeah. I was like, man. And ever since then, I always remember that. And then I always try to overcompensate for the lack of confidence when I'm doing the joke. I always be like, and then I said I get big.
Because if you don't believe it, they won't believe it.
Yeah.
This nigga dying up here. Because you're pretty much going flaccid during sex. They like, hey, you got all hips just flapping like this. You got no confidence. Mother. All hip action.
Man, how do you like what matter of fact, let me ask you this before I go to that question. What writer's room have you been in and what have you learned from it? I heard the writing room could be tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially
because you have to understand people's minds, like because if we're all talking basketball and I'm like, oh, but the greatest player of all time is Barry Sanders, they're like, you're right, but not in this circle. So you have to kind of like understand what the story is about and kind of tag onto that. So you got to know people's humor and know how your humor can tag onto this story. Because you don't want to keep like zoning out like, I think it'd be funny if, and you just kind of like do like a whole different multiverse, like we all on this stream, like, yeah, but I think we should have pink cookies in a plastic bag. Crushed by a building. They're like, what are you talking about? We're writing Smurfs 3, bro. What are you talking about? So you have to kind of like keep your mind in the sphere of the writer's room and kind of like, I think it'd be funny if the character says this. What I've learned is don't take everything personal, which is a lot of fragile comedians. Even though it's funny, it's not funny for this. Know the story. Don't just be kind of randomly say stuff like, how is that response tagging, adding on to the story? Like, yes, it's funny. It does not push the story forward. Learn how to read. Nigga.
It's people that's in Hollywood that don't know how to read.
Nigga, me.
What?
It ain't people, me. I'm people. Well, I mean, I can't say know how to read. I'm not Art Kelly or Mayweather, but it's like when you cold read, that's the most difficult thing for me. I can read, but it's the staying in character and so I can give you a fire 2 sentences, but when I see like a paragraph of dialogue, I'm like, oh boy, oh on, man. You good at reading like this?
Man,
Cold reading?
cold reading is my specialty.
Oh shit! Now this is uncomfortable.
Yes, but see, here's where I feel like where I thrive at, right? When it's a cold read, I know how to read it and bring the emotion out of we just all doing like a table read, right? And then if I'm able to say my lines and be able to like kind of do it my way while we're filming it, but if it's structured, then that's why I have a hard time with like structured stuff. You know what I mean? If I could kind of go outside the lines a little bit, but stay within the premise or whatever we talking about, I kill that. But it was like you have to say this exactly like this. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna flub it. It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah. So my problem is I'm always like, hey yo, Dion, you read Daryl. Johnny, read Mick, and I'm looking at all Daryl's lines like this, like, okay, this is cool. And now I'm not even listening to the concept. So as they're reading, I'm preparing for Daryl's lines, like, so I don't even know how to emotionally get into it. So when my lines come, I'm like, her last line is to pick up the cake. Hey, what you got to pick up the cake for? Meanwhile, I've already rehearsed that line in my head. So one time it was dialogue back and forth, and I didn't have time to go down the script long enough. So I was like 2 pages in like of preparation of my lines. That 5th page had like a paragraph. I said, they were like, how do you feel about that, Daryl? I said, well, first of all, we have to understand that when life comes at you hard, you give it lemons. But when I was like, oh God. And then the most embarrassing part, they was like, all right, Kim, you read Daryl from now on. Because you can hear murmurs in the room as I was reading, as in like, this nigga, is he really, is this nigga really fucking up like this? and I'm trying to stay in the pocket. I'm looking like this, like, as we proceed to give you what you, nigga, Dion, are you reading? I have no confidence. I'm just taking the whole script out of character. I gave Daryl like this Jamaican accent all of a sudden. It's like, what is happening? I think Dion's having a stroke.
Yeah. I remember
the most embarrassing thing, and I had to sit there like I knew this was coming. I had to sit there and watch them replace my character. Yeah.
I remember, I forget who wrote a script, and we were all at Sydney's house.
Justin Hires.
It was Justin.
Justin Hires. We was doing that parody. It was like a black parody. They replaced me. You remember that?
No.
Yes, it was me, you, Sydney, Ron G, Justin Hires, of course. It's a bunch of like 5.
I remember Ocean, and I think Tori was there. Tori Hart. I think she was there. I just remember people looking at Ocean like, what the fuck is he doing? I just remember people looking at him like,
yeah.
Like, is he reading for real?
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know, man. The pressure of I think I've been traumatized way too many times in front of like a classroom that I try to avoid reading in public. You know what? Read this. Here we go. Reading in public is like your mom hold hands at Thanksgiving, say, but I feel like my son Donte can take the prayer, and it's like 30 y'all around there. You're like, oh, we got a room full of pastors in here, so let me try to sound smart. You like, all right, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this prophetic prayer? All right, everyone hold your hands. We're gonna go. Oh, you try to waste time. We're gonna go hands down. Okay. If y'all got hats, take your hats off. Here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we gathered here. I mean, is everything here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 30 of us are in here on this. You just trying to sound smart, because you know the Bible says in Genesis 1:1, God created the heavens and the earth. A lot of people don't realize that he created the earth. So just let that sit in, because that was in the beginning. So where we at right now, because God's 7 days is different than our 7 days. So he created it on a Sunday. Just let that sit in. So if you don't take the plank out your eyes, it's gonna go into Noah's boat to because we got leviathans in the water, where same ocean that John the Baptist did Jesus. So woman with the issue of blood wasn't Mary. You just trying to sound smart.
Listen, I ain't doing prayers because when I get nervous, I start cussing. I start cussing.
I don't want you to cuss. let me hear your prayer. Go, Donte. We're praying for Thanksgiving. Go for
it. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've given us and that you're gonna give us, because shit get real out here. Like, if I got it, because I feel like certain people who pray, it's like a cadence that they have. Yeah. And so it just flows and they saying all the right things.
Yeah.
I don't never be knowing what to say or what to ask for. I don't know the proper protocol. I just be like, how you want to speak from the heart? My prayers be from the heart.
You said come as you are, right? Can I call him daddy? Hey, yo, daddy. Hey, yo, daddy. Can I call God Zaddy? He be giving me money. Why can't he be my sugar daddy? Huh?
Oh, Steph, man. Oh, damn, you are a fool, man. Oh, shit.
So that's how it feels. So obviously I need to work on my prayers and my reading. So pretty much, in a nutshell, this is God telling me I need to read my Bible out loud. This is a prophetic word right here. Read your Bible out loud, because that's a twofer. You learn how to pray and you learn how to read.
Yeah. Oh, Steph. Man, I know you got your studio, Dion Lack studio. Because anybody, what is it?
It's LTE Studios.
What is it?
LTE, Lactose Entertainment Studios.
Oh, LTE. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anybody can come in and book it?
Yeah.
How do they do that? What do they need to do?
First, have money.
Okay.
Now, if you're in Los Angeles, please check us out. We're in downtown LA. You can go to the website, Lactose Entertainment, ENT, lactoseent.com, and you can find our 2 locations where we shoot photography, interviews, commercials, cooking shows, you name it, in both the locations. And yeah, let's create together.
That's dope. Where are they located at? One downtown and one?
2 downtown.
Both of them downtown?
Right down the street from each other.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So any creators out there, you in the Los Angeles area, make sure y'all tap in with Dion Lack, man. Dion, it was a pleasure, bro. Thank you for tapping in, man. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Is yours faded, or is mine? What is a different color? Because these colors are different. Is my camera more vibrant?
No, you know what it was? The ones I got was my prototypes. So okay. I didn't get the right the quality hoodie that everybody else got, because I was just trying to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How this was gonna look, and then I was like, all right, they look decent. So now let me go get the quality.
Embroidery is heavy as hell.
Yeah, I know. My brother said, "Nigga, is this a what do you call a bulletproof vest?"
Nigga, I feel like it's an arc reactor from Iron Man. Fucking charge up the Empire State Building. I'm like a Care Bear emblem. Tap in.
Yo, man, I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Give your family my best.
I will.
I love seeing you growing out there. I love seeing your success. I've caught a couple episodes. I love seeing what's happening, your consistency. You're growing, and I appreciate you reaching out.
For sure, man. Thank you. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. This has been the Tap In Podcast. Holla. Thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.